Good morning. I'm Dennis Portis with Mountain State Video Imaging. And first I would like to thank a governor's inn here in Buchanan, West Virginia, USA, for letting us show the parade from the front lawn. This holiday was originally known as Armistice Day because this is the day that World War I ended. After World War II, the name was changed to Veterans Day. All the countries that were allied during World War I celebrate this day also, on this day, of course. I don't know what the French call it, but in the British Commonwealth of Nations, which include Great Britain, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, British Virgin Islands, India, and what used to be called the Union of South Africa, just to name a few, called this day Remembrance Day. In all these nations, it is to remember what the veterans have done for freedom. And so, I wish to thank the United States veterans and all those other veterans from all those other countries that were allied to us then. A great big thank you. And now, let's enjoy the parade.
yelling all morning. I want to welcome every one of you. Every one of you. Little people, big people, band people, all kind of groups. And we want to say thank you, Lord, for this beautiful weather. And we're glad that we can join together and recognize the veterans of Upshur County, City of Buchanan, and for all of the state of West Virginia. So, my name's Mary Jawbone. We're going to start this. And before we start this, I want to ask Dave Kelly to come up. He's a friend of our veterans. I'd rather do that now. So,
thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out today. We are here to honor our veterans, and at this time I'd like to give them a round of that applause. Thank each and every one of you that have served, that are serving. You know, a few weeks here back, I was talking to some of the veterans, and we got to talking, and the Honor Guard puts out an effort here for the service of our families, loved ones that have passed on whenever they have served in the service. And it was brought to my attention that the van that they are driving has, it's on its last leg, basically, the only way to say it. So at that point in time, me and one of the other gentlemen started talking about how we could get this on the go, trying to get the veterans a new van. And so we got our heads together and got to thinking, and honestly, this community really owes a gratitude to these veterans that have served. And again, they go out there every day that they're called for that duty. And again, it's beyond the call of duty. They've served our country and still yet serve us yet today. So, Mary, before you run off here, I have a donation on behalf of the citizens of Upshur County. And that's got a squeak behind it, don't it? So I'll give you that back.
Mr. Your phone. This is for the Honor Guard?
This is for the Honor Guard for the new van. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we have gathered up $3,300 to start this Go Van project. And I'm going to present it to Mary. If you guys would willing to make a donation, the baseball team, I believe, is out here.
Baseball team's out in the back there, and they're all walking through. You'll see them with their baseball shirts. It's the American Legion baseball team, by the way. And anyways, nickels and dimes and quarters add up to dollars. And I also want to say that we are establishing an account with Chase Bank, and anybody who wants to send a donation or drop off a donation, P.O. Box 834, we're in the phone book, we're Googled, so we would love to and appreciate anything that you can give towards the Honor Guard's van.
Yeah, that Chase account will be set up probably by Tuesday.
Yes.
For checks only. If you're giving cash, stop at the American Legion and make the donation to one of those down there.
Yes.
For the cash donations.
Okay.
It's an honor to give you this for your van.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dave Kelly. You're rocking. And I'm going to say one little thing about the Honor Guard. I think it was yesterday, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. They had the 40th funeral this year. 40th funeral. 40 veterans. And that's a low number for us, I think. Okay? So it's not over. It's not over yet. Anyways, at this time, please join me for a moment of silence. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask Michael Coleman of the Military Club at the Buchanan Upshur High School, and one of my new favorite veterans. And what is your name? What?
Larry Watson.
Oh, Larry Watson. And they're going to join together. Michael's a young Marine from a little age. Okay, so both of you please come up and lead us in the American Pledge of Allegiance, or our Pledge of Allegiance. Don't go back. You might have to stand up there. Uncover, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, guys. Bob Post, front and center. You're going to lead us in God Bless America. At this time, and it's a good thing we got a mic.
Have you got words?
Now you know the words.
Okay.
We're going to sing God Bless America. Please join us.
As we go, God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the light with the night from above, to the mountains, to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. There you go.
Here. At this time, I'd like to introduce our mayor of the city of Buchanan. Very, very, he is all for our veterans. He just is. He just is. He's the man. So I want to welcome, he wants to do a little welcome. So there you go, boss. There you go.
Every year, Mary cuts down on my speech time. Like 2 years ago, it was 5 minutes. Last year, it was 3 minutes. She said, Macaulay, you have 2 minutes this year. But we have some dignitaries. Secretary of State Mac Warner is with us today. Really glad to have you again, Mac. Our excellent Senator Bill Hamilton. We are very privileged to have with us students from the Harvard graduate programs who are taking in events here in Buchanan this morning. We welcome you all too. But today, this glorious day, weather-wise, because we wouldn't want to do this tomorrow, it's all about our veterans. Good morning, honored members of VFW Post 3663 and Frank B. Bartlett American Legion Post number 7, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of our entire city of Buchanan, our city council and city employees, I welcome you all to your Jawbone Park and our Buchanan Walk of Valor. On this glorious day, our community honors all of our veterans of military service. It's been my distinct honor to greet you on Veterans Days, Memorial Days, Flag Days, and other celebrations of your military service during my 37 years of serving our town. I've shared my pride for my dad, who passed away last year, having served in the U.S. Army in the Philippines as part of the force occupying Japan with General MacArthur. Our BU community regularly celebrates and honors our wonderful veterans in many ways. In addition to our Walk of Valor, our city honors our veterans with flags for the fallen in Hefner Cemetery that are installed during Memorial Day, the 4th of July, and Veterans Day. If you haven't been to our cemetery to see these flags displayed, please do so. It's an amazing sight. Right beside that is our Veterans Chapel in Hefner Cemetery. It displays by branch of service those who have protected us. We celebrate Larry Brown, Flagpole Hill there too. Our Veterans Affairs Council, established in 2017 and chaired by our own Mary Albaugh, also has been very active in touting the heroism of our veterans in our schools and throughout our community. Special thanks to Bob Post too. Our children must be made aware of the service of those who came before them to fully appreciate their freedom and liberties, to know that all we enjoy in this great nation has been made possible by having been protected by our veterans of our military service. The high quality of life that we enjoy in the United States didn't just happen, rather it has been fought for and vigilantly protected for more than 243 years. Let's continue to advance our project with the alleyways around the VFW and American Legion facilities, which should be designated as Veterans Way in honor of our BU veterans. I'd love to see fully paved alleys, improved and safer access to VFW and American Legion facilities with better illuminated sidewalks and American flags adorning the entire block from Main Street to Friendly Way. Let's install patriotic murals on the exterior of these buildings. Those walls offer up some terrific canvases. That area is sacred ground to all who enter there, and we should come to know it as such. Our city is committed to continuing to work with the VFW and American Legion reps to make that happen, and I'd love to see it completed for dedication by Memorial Day 2020. Our city loves and supports our veterans. I'll close my greeting by sharing the words of Elmer Davis, who was the Director of Information of War Information during World War II. Mr. Davis said, "This nation will remain the land of the free only so long as it is the home of the brave." Today, we thank you, our BU veterans. This is all about your day.
Carol. Carol Westfall is our post commander at the American Legion Post 7. Just wants to give a few words of welcome.
Thank you, Mary. I want to thank everyone who came out today to recognize and honor the veterans of our community. Thank you, the Buchanan Upshur High School Band, for participating today, and the American Legion baseball team, the military club, the Stalkert Youth Center youth groups, and so many more that I can't remember. Thank each of you for coming out today. By virtue of your attendance today, it is clear that you hold our nation's veterans, many, too much wind, Mary, many who are heroes in high esteem. We, the veterans of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard, and members of the National Guard, continue to promote the spirit of patriotism and Americanism. If you are a veteran, I encourage you to join one or all of these veterans organizations, such as the American Legion, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, for the disabled American veterans. And Mike Wilson is going to play captain.
Please stand if you are not already standing. Thank
At this time, we are going to be entertained by the Buchanan Upshur High School Band playing Branches of Service songs. And when you hear your song, you're already standing up. We'll just root for it. There you go.